And maybe I should press the record button instead of rambling on. Hello. Hello, recording. How we doing? When we left off, we were working on smelting. And we're also working on this crap. Oh, you're the plate. That's right. You're making the charge Kajiga charge Kajiga shell. That's... dear. Moving swiftly along. The first order of business is I want to boop that there. Yeah, and pull this back a little bit. It's not going to work where it is. Pop that there. Mr. Bop it, bap it. You in line? Yes. Yes, you are indeed in line. Lamo. You are a... yeah, you're an input, so you're a request. I'm going to need another one there. Because of this thing here. Thank you for the shout out for rain. Very negligent of me. What was the point of those station setups? So to minimize volume of train unloads, I'm sharing the train unloads across, like, this one train unload. The idea behind this train unload is that this one unloader shares all of the incoming resources collectively. And this particular setup is unique in that it uses the sheer volume that's available in the warehouse, 500 slots in total, so that I don't actually need to filter everything. And by limiting the trains coming in to only deliver when there's less than 50,000 of the desired cargo, it means that you don't have trains flooding and overloading the storage. As I've been saying, it's following along with what Colonel Will was up to on his base. Several of his bases, actually. Now you... to merge... no. Green is available, it goes there. Go there. Allegedly. I think the answer to the question is to do it that way instead. Group that. Let's try this again. You come across and up, down, greater than 120, then output 1. So that's the one that requests the train, like so. And this one adds the amount available. 2 stations use filtering. It doesn't even filter, actually. It so each train stop is the unique item, so coal coke and iron plate. And they just happen to pull up at the exact same place, almost. Near as close enough. As near as reasonably possible. And so they actually share the same unload. In the vanilla one, there'll be 2 separate unloads and 2 individual storages going to each. Yeah, just use the massive warehouse as to avoid filtering. It still needs the output still needs to filter, like I've done there. I'll go to the one that's working. This one is an example. It's cranking out stuff and it's actually deleting it. So yeah, the stuff is being filled into here. See, there's a little bit of excess. It's calling other item, these things, yeah. And just the sheer volume of it means that it actually works out. Yeah, because this thing is 6. It's 90 by 6 items a minute, so it just sucks the train dry like a pump. It's quite impressive. Baker came up with that unloader. I quite like that one. I'm convinced of it. I like it. Anyway, when we left off last time, we were working on smelting. So we've got steel smelting, we've got copper smelting, rare metal smelting, and there is also iron smelting. We did start start working through these. Oh, let's see. Crash no good. There, better. Iron smelter, salt again. Pop that there. Yeah, I just need to do some. When we left off last time, there was a few little corrections that needed to be done to this. Why I need to pull it back a little bit and just push it more in line. That, yeah, they're off by one. Indeed, off by one. Where was the one I just did? There it is. So yeah. So to recap, the red signal, or the contents of everything in here is turned into a request signal, which is then sent down to these stations to turn on the train stop limit. Let's see. Oh, it's not plugged in, that's why. You need to go into there. So yeah, all this does is when it's less than n, and in this case it's 50,000, then it sends an output of 1, it requests a single train. So in this case, this train stop, we don't need coke, so it's a request of 0. Iron plate, it's a request of 1. This thing is just a buffer. This combinator is just acting as a buffer, and then there's going to be a wider network where this signal is broadcast out onto. So the red will be items being requested, and then the green will be items available. So you can take this all the way out to an outpost and say, this is the items available. You could say the output, like in this case, the output of the steel smelter is how many train loads of steel is available, and so on and so forth. Yeah, that does 1, and this divides instead. So instead of just saying 1, this actually takes into account everything that's available and can turn it into multiple. In theory, it should actually be modulus, but meh. Meh is all I can say to that. Also, in theory, I could read train count as well and output that to say how many requests and how many satisfied. So this is broadly what I'm thinking of currently, but it could change in the future. Now, delete those out so I don't overwrite the existing signals. You're also basically there. Yeah, get rid of that. Bell don't get stuck there or something. In the throne room. I actually got to undo that. Copy that. Oh, it kicks over by 1, that's why. Yeah. I'll plug you into there. I just need to update that. It's now transferred over. Cool. Yeah, and then we do again for rare metals. Delete all that. Oh, you're distracted on SE. See how it is. By the way, that one actually doesn't matter. Pop. Get rid of you. Pop that there. Plug the wire in. Plug the wire in. Ooh. No wire. Because this part isn't going to bridge across the it's not going to be part of the blueprint. I don't need to connect that wire, even though I did there. Just realised. I was like, don't need to do that. Something that I should do, however, is plug that wire into there. I need that fluff. Oh, I didn't even know I made that mistake. I blame Spellmaster for that, because Captain Laser-Eyed Kiwi should have spotted that. Oh, that's confusing. That is very confusing. But very quickly, combinator stuff just gets messy. Da-ba-da-ba-da, that's fine. Plug you into there. Go there. Iron plate. Now that there. Plug the wire in. I just got to be careful to make sure I actually do all the wires. So I'll go at the bottom. So that's all plugged in. I already spotted one that isn't plugged in. I got to go through and be careful and do them one at a time. That one is done. Done. Actually need that wire there. And that wire there. Yep, it's requesting 1. Requesting 0. And steel. Oh, that's better. Some astonishing amount of hiss coming through in my ears today. Oak and plate and steel. Copper fluff. Copper stuff. Copper. The copper. Was that right? Yeah, that was right. I was thinking there for a minute, and I clicked on the wrong one. I was like, hang on, that shouldn't be copper, but no, I actually clicked on the copper one, not the steel one. Yep, that's right. It's requesting 1. Now, this was the one that I saw wasn't plugged in. Fix that. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it comes up to here and outputs on the green wire. You are iron plate. That's iron plate. Iron stuff. And I think that's everything. Cool. While the ad break rolls around. Okay, so all that is left to do is to blueprint these things, or re-blueprint these things. So iron went is. Alright, iron. Let's recapture you. Don't actually need that much. We don't need tiles. We need train stop names. Names or names. They slightly offset. Oh no, good. Offset, however. Signals being off. Is that right? My eyes are crooked or something. Must be what it is. My eyes must be crooked. I'll... Done. Save. Copper smelter. Capture. That's rare metal. Your copper. Before I do that... Everywhere is going to be wrong. I suppose it is actually in line with that. Alright, let's do it again. Copper. Capture. Copper. Capture. Somewhere about there. Tiles. Done. Steel. Recapture, please. This one. There. Want that. And we don't want tiles. Done. And rare metals. And then we'll be all caught up. This one. It's again tiles. Yep, all the same. Good. Done. Cool. Also, if Feldak didn't see, there. Gonna do it? There it is. Should make you pay for that. Wonder if you can link that to like bits or something. Any train fan, I could really blue ball them. Oh dear. Right, so one, and then two more. I think those, yeah, that was actually a little close. Just for one, two, for completion's sake, I should actually put them a little bit further apart anyway. I don't have to bosh them up so close. Actually, I feel like that is. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Yeah, my eyes are definitely gone all crooked or something. Seeing anything right. Okay. So these two shall be the crap that goes into glass, which have gone blank on at the minute. What was it? It was sand. Yeah, sand. Where is it? Glass, 16 sand. This one's going to be interesting because compared to, say, where is it? This one, which is only 5 enriched iron, there's actually a lot of sand. So I don't know how well it's going to go. It is 8 into 16, but still. And this one's going to be silicon, which is even worse at 18 quarts. I mean, it's still 1 for 2. You know, 50% loss in materials, like all the other smelting recipes. It's just the sheer quantity is kind of crazy. So, anyway, moving swiftly along. You're going to be glass, you're going to be glass. I mean, given the state of this thing, it's, I can always crank it up. Actually, given the state of that thing, I'm probably going to need more input lanes. Also, didn't I need more input lanes on iron? Something ain't right here. Sure, I need more. Huh. 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 In other news, fell down a hole in the nether, so I'm kind of done with Minecraft now. That's the iron. That's the glass. It's off by 1. It is such the classic Minecraft thing, isn't it? You know, you're just mining along, and oop, there's a random hole in the nether. Thank you, autosave. Yeah, it is not even close. I wouldn't be surprised if I need multiple, like, 3, probably even 4. Yeah, still struggling. What was the one I was looking at? That had a lot going into it. Possibly you. You were fine with 2, and then you had 2 out. Which one was it? Forgotten now. But I feel like I've lost something with this smelter. I might actually double check the copper one just in case. I feel like, for some reason it feels like that it shouldn't have been that few. Let's find out. Flip those. Rare metals. Oh, okay, never mind. What is that? That is 5 to 5. That's at least 5 to 5 for rare metals. Copper. Or am I just remembering wrong? I might be remembering wrong at this rate. Yeah, it's filling up and it's keeping up. Oh yeah, it does have 2 unloads though. Yes, that's slowly accumulating. They're both slowly accumulating. Okay. I stand corrected. There you go. I had actually figured it out. Here I am, second guessing myself. This one, on the other hand, does need multiple. That is definitely backing up. Just think about taking away that one. Okay. I really need this to be over by a tile. Which is slightly inconvenient. Do that. Because otherwise it's, yeah, that, and then it's, That's annoying. I mean, what are we making already? 19k a minute. Actually, where is the goal? The goal is 55,000 a minute. Factorio Lab says 7.2, basically 8. Alright, let's bring that. See how it compares. I mean, I still want to make it more faster, but I want to get a baseline. 26, 27. So we went from 19 to 21 to 28. Okay. That means 28. So 2 of these is enough to satisfy. Oh, that's right. You're... Oh, I need to check for that too. Make sure those are connected. Yeah, see? That's what I was remembering. Now the member juice starts to flow. Yeah, that was the thing that I needed to fix. So that was... What was that? That was... Yes. Iron and... Iron. I copied it from iron. Oh yeah, because I fixed the other ones. So the other ones should be fine. So yeah, iron is wrong. That's iron again. Somewhere about there, should be right. Tiles, save. Copper should be correct, and it is. Steel, different. Rare metals, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, that's right. Iron was the one I did first, so it didn't get fixed when I spotted it. I didn't stomp it back down. Why? Oh. It's just little things, isn't it? Every time. So what are we at? 31 a minute now, apparently. Went up to 32 and then back down again. Oh yeah, because I was backed up. And now we're reached an equilibrium of 30. So we're definitely... 2 of these will be more than enough. But we can still go faster. Just need to sacrifice a beacon. Rearrange this somehow. I have no idea. Oh no, it's actually not that difficult. Rain that out. Hello! You're home with a cappuccino. I must craft. Very nice. That is a good call, a cappuccino. That is an excellent call. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Anyway, alright. Pick it up, plop it down. Yeah, so I can just go straight into there now. Loop that into there. Just doing some intensive thunking right now. So the concentration's a little low at the minute. Pop, pop. Yeah, get rid of that beacon. Pop that there. Now we're smelting the sand. What's the consumption rate? 1.3k a minute. It's only, what, a train... Oh, sorry, wrong one. It's the production. Oh, am I actually grinding stuff down here? Yes. Please stop doing that. Just get rid of it. There we go. 48k a minute. So that is... 48, 40... Nearly 100... Yeah. 96k, which is nearly an entire train every 2 minutes. What was that? No, it's a little short of a train every 2 minutes. Yeah, it's a lot. That's what I was worried about. Particularly for this one. Suck that up. It probably... Oh, it sort of can. It's sort of keeping up. Certainly on the struggle bus. You can be done easily. This one, not so much. It's one downside to these giant storage containers. Try and pick one up. I suppose I could have just used the decon planner, come to think of it. That would have actually worked just as well. But you live and you learn. There. I mean, like, I even copy and pasted that, and I don't actually need to do that. Boop. Stop. That's that fixed. They're definitely around the right way. Just give everyone an inspection pass, just to make sure. In case I missed something. Alright, what are we at now? Oh wow, that's actually not keeping up. 96, 200. Oh no, that one's going up. This one... Oh, there it goes. It just needed to buffer up that. What are we at? 40k. That's 80k. Inserting to chest. One of these. One of these. In. Those are meant to be in. Yep. This one's the problem child. It's the one I redone. It's really easy when you're playing around. Like, if you do that, it automatically does output. And then if you plug the belt into it, it makes a mess. It looks right. Okay. Cool. So that is now a 40, nearly 40k a minute glass production. So we can save a blueprint of this. Sure these aren't included in the blueprint though. The real question is, will I make all of smelting the one thing? Yeah, I need to actually set this first. You, not that. Sand? No. Make a sand unload. I may not even need, like more than one of these. Because, I have got Lucifer's wonderful, simple circuit trains going on. I saw Intertooth playing around with it and I was like, damn, I completely forgot about that mod and I was actually going to do stuff with it. So I'm going to make sure I do stuff with it this time. It appeared there a little while ago, a few days ago. And I hadn't mentioned it specifically. There is 7 lines from the big train chest to the second chest. 4, 5, 6. Hang on. 7? It should be 6. 8, I mean. Yeah, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. So chaotic. I'm actually looking at the wrong one. I'm sure there is. There's very likely there is a. Ah, there it is. Thank you. I got there in the end. It was certainly a struggle, but I got there. Okay. Did I actually save that? No, not yet. Because I didn't do this part. There we go. We got there. It was a bit of a struggle, but we got there in the end. Not your sand, your glass. Glass. Dear. Glass. Yeah. Sometimes you just can't see these things, and it's like pointing, and when you it's very frustrating too. Savi, how you doing? Yeah, it's so frustrating too. It's like it's right there, just pointing at the screen, and it's like, why can't the dumbass see it? Thank you, Monsieur Veldek. It's a glass, glass load. I did sand unload. Should be everything. I don't think I've actually seen one of your streams yet. It's funny that. I think it's like a 3 a.m. thing. Not going to count how many times you missed in a set or a help. How'd it go? I mean, I don't think I've actually seen one yet. I'm pretty sure you're on like midnight, the stupid o'clock my time. Hello there, Mizio Takabe. What the hell was I doing? Not that. Yeah, that's it. We are. Oh, I should actually, glass. Actually, this is how I used to do it. So, oh, the PC troubles are back. How I go? Oh, sorry. How I do? Yeah, not bad. Everything's sort of moved back into work time, fun time. So, there's that. Smelter for glass. Just woke up, still foggy. And it's the end of the day for me, so I'm becoming foggy again. Probably should do this in between next time and the time after. Or after now and next time. Yeah, I'll tidy those up later. Alright, lucky last was silicon. Silicon. I'm going to need this, definitely. $110,000%. Gonna need it. Probably not with glass though. You need to be quartz. You need to be quartz. Oh boy. Oh no, never mind. I was like, hang on, did I not place things correctly? No, it's fine. Hey, oop, that's not production, that's production. We're at 15k. How much do we need? Again, 53,000. So 50 something thousand. 6.1 apparently furnaces. It's interesting that it's apparently less, even though it's that's weird. Is it less craft time though? 16 seconds. 16 seconds? 16 seconds. So why does it say I need less? Even though oh, I suppose it is actually like it is actually like 55 versus 53. It kind of makes sense when you think about it. The key part is the thinking part. Improvement. Okay, just arm that off. Probably didn't want to delete all of those. Means I have to spawn more. Don't have to also have updated the driver. Don't want to reinstall Windows. After 1 to 4 round, the computer doesn't accept any inputs. Video is frozen, but the sound keeps playing in the background. You have to reset PC. Temps are fine. Nothing can arrange. Interesting. Ah, I used to have a an issue with AMD slash ATI card that used to do that. It's like the graphics would freeze, and then it was like, oh, time to restart. Actually, that's building up. Interesting. Yeah, that's building up now. So what are we at? 34. L. That. Let's not grab that. Let's grab that. Sands smelters. Bit of that. Swing! It should go up to like 50k or something. 42k. Downside is the consumption is legitimately a train every 2 minutes, which could be an issue. So there is actually an argument for throttling down the production. Might wait for these to back up and see what they back up to. In fact, I'm going to do that. There we go. Full. Output full. Yeah, so it's throttled down to, you know, well, it's basically stuck at 43k. So that's 2 of these is enough. Yeah, I won't push them any harder though. Because yeah, that is effectively 1 train every 2 minutes, which is really starting to push the limits of what's possible, I suspect, for this particular base. Also, how do I make that stuff? I need 23.6 filtration plants. And that in and of itself takes sand, doesn't it? Yes. Oh, I need to disable getting water from hydrogen oxygen conversion. Okay. Now it's... Oh, you son of... I don't know why these recipes exist. Yeah, atmospheric condenser. Water from an atmospheric condenser. Just wrong with you. What's recipe? From a pump now. 1.1 pumps. That's better. That's how you do it. Yeah, you really got to be on top of it when with the modder stuff in Factorio Lab. Otherwise, it can lead you down. What the hell's that? GPS satellite. Oh, that's the planetary teleporter stuff. That's right. Quartz. Quartz. Definitely don't have one of these. Quartz unload. Requesting a unit of quartz. Your signal is quartz. Ooh. Your signal... Yeah, stone. Is glass. I didn't change that. Your signal is... change that either. Sand. Oh, that's just completely wrong. All kinds of wrong, that is. Sand. And sand unload. Didn't take long, did it? That one's meant to be glass. Uh-oh. Hmm. Okay then. Let's get a... Well, actually, over here. Actually, I can just do one of these. Like that. There. I mean, it's only kilowatts powering it. I mean, alternatively, what I could do is just that. Now power's fine again. There we go. You're making fuel. It's even suddenly gained steam again. Should sort itself out again. It's trying. Actually driving... What's driving it down, actually? That's interesting. I suppose it was sort of cooling down. Oh, no input. Oh, that's right. Because the low pump speed. The thing I was actually going to do was something there. Yeah, and then you set that to look at it go. Wants to grab. Yeah, that was something that I was aware of and I do need to do. To deal with is pull these off that power supply. There we go. As I say, I could just use the accumulator thing, but meh. It's a reminder. Can't put solar on the pumps? Yeah, that's the thing I need to do. I need to get some advanced solar onto it. I hate the fact that it is a thing. I'm not actually sure if you can turn it off. I don't remember. I think you can. Also, in case you missed it, it shows up. I think it's showing. Oh, my the screen's hidden, that's why. There you go. Could I actually make that go upside down? I don't think so. I don't think I set it up to do such a thing. I'm curious now. If I do that... That's a lot of honks. And I press that. No, I won't do it. You missed an hour. One job. That's the literal one job. That's better. Right, you capture again. Because you never get it right the first time. Takes like an hour to get just one of these things right. Alright, next one. It is actually right. Quartz, 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 quartz. Quartzity, 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 quartz. Ah, there it is. I hadn't done this side. Dear. Silicon. Silicon there. Silicon, 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 silicon. You're one off? You were, indeed one off. Yep, there we go. Stop names. Smelting for silicon. That and that. Done. Right there. That's what, 6 different thingamabobs. You have the train stop name. I'm worried now. Okay, I did save it. I was worried. I had this feeling. I don't remember ticking the box specifically, and this troubled me. Alrighty. I've already forgotten all the numbers I said for smelting, but I would like to assemble it into a final thingy. Actually, let me double check if I'm missing anything from smelting. Let me go through the list just laboriously and stupidly, because I'm pretty sure I'm missing the pink plates. So we've got steel. Oh, we do need coke smelting as well. Got iron. So we're missing coke smelting. Rare metals. Got copper. Got glass. Collapse that. Got silicon. And we don't have immersium smelting. Apparently needs 19. 2,755. Now, didn't I? Ah, that's right. It was the... This thing has the immersium. Like, I'm actually delivering the plate somewhere there, yeah. That's why I was thinking of it. So... Oh, do some exclamation mark leaves now. I'm going to see if it is increasing. So we need coke, which was wood and coal. Let me tick off this one first, because it's the... Oh, wait, you're also 2 different things. Never mind. Well, let's go use this as the prototype then. If Mamoru is still here, do that again and see... Do leaves, exclamation mark leaves again, and we'll see if it's increased. See if anything's changed. 6 rare metals and 9 powder. Okay. Does that actually change? 520.17. 520.17, that's not changed again. No change. I don't understand where that issue lies. I kind of want to set up a train to test this, but at the same time, I don't want to set up a train to do this test. I think the conclusion is I'm going to have to set up a train. Wibbly wobbly track. I just shift clicked it. Okay, round you go. There. That's a way of going there. It's probably not the most optimal way of going there. So we need... something I was going to do with the powder. I suppose I can have a dedicated matter station for congealing it, because it needs to go to the advanced chemical plant, doesn't it? Yes. Yes, it does. Advanced chemical plant. Because I need the crystal as well. Not the menu. That's the menu, yeah. I need the powder for both. For the smelter and this, so a single thingy to recongeal. I have no idea why I did that. A single thingy to recongeal it from matter back. It'd be the way to go. Oop. At some point I'm going to need a matter plant too. Rare metals. Look off. Oh, it's a signal, that's why. I was just trying to understand why this one was off slightly, and yeah, it's because the signal was upsetting it, skewing it. Not so much upsetting it specifically, but yeah. Wiki day. Plop these somewhere. So I guess there. And that ain't gonna work. Yeah. Load. Load. Gonna need a change, of course. It is rare metals. Unload. Signal will be rare metals. All is going to be pink powder. What's the stuff called from Scrolls? Moon dust. The pink powder is the moon dust. I might actually need some kind of exclusive ore dealio to alternate those, but it might be okay as is. Alright, let's set up this one first since I already started. Full cargo for pink powder. There we go. Pink powder unload. Empty. Destination full. Perfect. Rare metals. Have one of those? I should have one of those actually. There it is, load. Load. Cargo. Load. Empty cargo. Go load, please. Bye bye. Now set these. MS plate. Type plate. Plate. And plate. Nope, not explosives. Powder and powder. And rare metals. And the moon dust train arrives, as long as I can focus on the right station. These are not set right, so we need moon dust powder. There and there. You are not ink powder, but rare metals. Go. Now, can it keep up? Yes, it can. What's the craft time? 16? 32, okay. I'll slow it down. I guess it doesn't need the second lane then. 248 versus 235. Sort of helping. Maybe a teeny tiny bit. It's just bright pink flowing down. That's great. So what do our numbers look like? 16k a minute of that, 11k a minute. Yeah, fair. 7.5 output total. What are we after? 27 total. And yeah, this thing is basically maxed. Ready. There we go. We're filling up. What do you got? 6.1k. 0.6? Only 6.6? 1,000. Oh, that's 1,000. So 2,000. 2,468. N. Goes up to. I might not have. I need to increase the limit on the chests. Interesting. Don't even need that. Nope. If I can save on a build, I can save on a build. Couple ammo. Dumping chests. You, and you. Couple of you. Cool. That was easy. So 7.7k. And there wasn't any production before that? 0. What is that? 7, 14, 21, 20. So I need 4 of these. The base is browning out. That's no good. That's not good, is it? Hey. 20k. Yeah, that's only one cargo wagon, so actually way undercooked that. One, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. Probably it's like there. I mean, there's one way, easy way to find out. Pull it from the inventory. Pump it full. Speeding up the load mightn't be a bad idea too. Individually, 22, probably like 24, I think. Yeah, 24. So 96 total. About that. What is that? 28. 112. How about that then? Might end up just having, opening the whole thing up and just not having any buffer. There is a theory that, it was pointed out that big storage does introduce a UPS penalty. Ah, I missed the 200. Oh, it's actually half. It's 210s, 42. $42, 84. The 100 and thingy 8. 68. It's just hilarious seeing the stuff flow in and then flow out. That's a little bit over one waiting. Yeah, and then what I say I needed 5.8, 7.7. Yeah, I think in the future I'll just just open up most of the storage thingies. Right, so what was our number? 7.7, 7.8. The 1 minute average. 7.75 I think is the answer. So for 7.75, I open up the calculator. I want to say if I open up the calculator, it's when the calculator finally opens up. So 27.5 on, what did I say it was? 7.75. 0.75 is, yeah, 4 thingies. You'd be patient. It's not like there's much happening here. I mean, I can make you watch the thingy. I think it's about to come round again. A little while. There. You can watch that. And ironically, Westdude isn't here to witness it. Yeah, so 4 of these things. I should also do. So 4 of them. Yeah, I've already forgotten what I said for silicon and sand. Long gone, that is. Oh, that was a mess. That's also a mess. Equally a mess. Slow it down a little. My goodness. I suppose it's because I'm mapping that. It's a minor detail to be omitted. It's, it's annoying. Fine. Oh, it doesn't delete the yeah, it doesn't delete the contents. Oh no, there we go. I have no idea what I'm undoing then. Oh, that's what I'm undoing. Gotta be careful with the undo button because there's no redo button. Alright. No, I have not done this yet. So the play and the thingies and the play. This has not been set. Plate. And plate. Blammo. I was actually seeing, it reminded me, remembered randomly, that, when, just before starting, I saw there was a new Timberborn update, so there's definitely an opportunity to play some more of that coming up. I don't know if it'll be after this, or maybe we'll mix it up a little bit. I'm not quite sure yet. Maybe we'll finish theory, do some more Theorycraft of this, and or do this during the week and then the Timberborn on the weekend or something. I'm not sure. Whoops, wrong button. Plate. Train stop name. Yeah, I did that, didn't I? Yeah. There and there. Yeah, they're right. Did I not, stick train stop? No, I didn't. It's your fault. Distracted me. Because I was going to tick, I was definitely totally going to tick the box, and then you said stuff, and I was like, did I tick not tick the box? And then I didn't tick the box. Yeah, Timberborn new update. They've completely reworked the food. So the Iron Teeth has a whole bunch of food and stuff unique to them. And it's actually been a little while since I've done the Iron Teeth. Can't help but notice that I had my um, cheat chests in there. Done. What was the other one? Yeah. It's just like, ah, I know what it was. It was wood. And then I made myself cough. Good idea. Good job. Smooth moves. G'day. You pump out the coke. Like so. You shall instead be lumber. Chose you completely at random, and you are coal. Lumber and lumber. Coal. Coal and Unstbar coal. Now we're going to need some coal and some lumber trains. Henceforth, coal and train while we're at it before we set the orders. Orders and hors d'oeuvres. You are going to need to be timber unload. There should be one already there, and there is. Signal is not coal, but oh. And this one should be coal unload, which again should already exist. It is actually at the top. No, that's coke. That's coal. Exist at the top. That one's coal. Now we just plug it in. There was a bunch of others. Oh, that's right. The other big thing was the districts are being completely overhauled. So no more. You can actually play the game without districts. They do actually leave the note saying that it's still a really good idea to use them because of the travel distance involved, but you're not obliged to now. I wasn't actually going to take off. I was worried there from it. Was like, why are you moving? You shouldn't actually be going anywhere. On. Nope. Oh, yeah, because these are... This is ones that um, others that already exist that are not these. Alright, so you are now... What was on the bottom? Lumber. Lumber. Output. Oh. And a train should already be on its way. One of one and one of one. Here it comes. So, make this block for some deep space science. You need 8 of them. Look. Yes. Wait for the... While we're waiting for the coal train, let's have a look. I mean, I'm not going to make any sense of this picture, but let's have a look. Yeah, I'm not making it. It's just blue and red stuff and pipes. I mean, it's space exploration, so of course there's lots of pipes. 550 plasma generators. I like how the whatever's at the top immediately takes over. Okay, coal is on the struggle bus by the looks of it, and the output is definitely on the struggle bus. Means I'm probably going to need a double up on output. Oh no, coal is fine. Alright. I'll do a non-destructive output. That. Non-destructive as in it's not deleting the... I'm not deleting the... beacon in the process. And in... And in. Alright, so what does that look like? 31k a minute. And what do we need? Scroll, scroll, scroll. 17k a minute. 3.1 smelters apparently. So this is done. It is done. Admittedly, where was the one before? 23. Even when it was bottlenecked, that would have counted. What is the consumption rates? 22 and 22, so 22, 44, 66, 88. 5 minutes, 6 minutes. It's not 25, it's 20. Oh, 5.5 minutes per train. Basically, really want to be at least 2 minutes per train. Factorio fluid is it's a thing. Definitely a thing. Alright. You are Coke, 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 and Coke. Probably enough. Ooh. Ding. Oh. No, I didn't. Coke. Coke load. Did I do a Coke? Yes, I did. I've actually done one already. Coke load. Coke as well. All Coke, that is. Trains. Entities. Times to install the MEDS hypertrains. Yeah, not far off, is it? I did actually, in saying that, I did add a mod which adds is actually here, yeah, a big fluid wagon which holds 75k instead of just the straight 25k. Because I think I'm going to need it. And it's actually kind of strange that there isn't an equivalent in K2. Would have thought they would add it. But yeah, because of the some of the quantities involved, it's going to be necessary. Not moving? Yeah. Gotta head to work. Alrighty, have a good one. Enjoy your day. Maybe we'll see you in the VOD squad over on YouTube. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Exclamation mark YT. What the hell was I doing? I was scrolling. Trying to find something. Water is 229 tankers a minute. The dirty water is 56, sorry. I was reading the wrong number. 56.8, so 57 tanker wagons. 7.3, 5.2, 3.7 for those. That's not bad. Oil is 55, fine, whatever. 10, chlorine 7.5. Oh, maybe I don't need them. Sulfuric acid is 27.8. It's actually a lot. It's not insurmountable though. It's only 2 trains, mind you. So maybe I don't need it after all. I mean, for the sake of busyness, I would like to include the small tankers, but I've included the big tanker mod just in case. So if we do have fluid issues, From just sheer quantities, we can add that. Now, you get that. You, and get rid of you. And what did I say? This was 30k, and really need like 2k, something along those lines. I can't find the number. Want to just double check and confirm. 17, what I needed. So I've got double, so only one coke is needed. Coke smelter. Okay. As I say, I've already forgotten what the others were. What am I missing? Not on there. Oh no, that's because it's mixing thingies. Let's rescan the list. Actually, an easy way is just to slap down that. So cold coke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And cold coke will be number 8. So, okay, so smelting is done at this point. Stop there. Definitely got all those, I'm pretty sure. Somewhat uncertain. Smelting. Cold coke. M. Chow. Kablamo. I like how they're all... Well, the tracks are going to be all slightly different to each other. Alright. Dare I delete it? I dare delete it. Okay. Now, in the last half hour, we shall... Let's build the actual thing. I need a lot more space. So... I kind of wish I could remember what the other ones were meant to be. It would also be handy if I had flipped version of these, but I can't flip them. Oh. Plus hour, plus 3 times 5 more minutes. You know how it is. Thinking. Contemplating. Pondering, one would even say. Iron. Or... I mean, they're kind of pushed close together. And increase the spacing by 1. It's like that. So it's a Weeble Wobble plus a tile. Assuming these are... Oh, these don't reach. Well, I guess I'll be picking those up then, and bringing them closer. Bringing those down as well. 1, 2, 3. That's 4. I don't know how many I need. Should have made a note. I meant to make a note and I didn't. Yeah, they need to extend up. There. I really don't want to have to recapture the blueprint. Suppose I'm going to have to. Yeah, that's definitely right. Train stop names, no tiles. Smelting iron, done. One, two, three, bop. 1, 2, 3, bop. And 1, 2, 3, bop. I mean, I could have even fixed that, but I'm not going to. It's it's just one track. It's fine. Alright, remind me, please, game. What was one of these worth? Riddle me this, a game. Riddle me this, riddle me that, bat. It was 26k. Which means we were 226 was 8, that's right, 8. So we need a tag of iron. 8x iron. I pick up and move this. No, once it's there, it's there. It's you. Coke is 1x of that. What was copper? I think copper was actually a big one. Yeah, 400,000, so copper is 16 effectively. So copper 16x. Multi-threaded layer 1. What the hell is that meant to be? Also, how the hell did Spellmaster win that? So 1, 2, 3, 4. How much does a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck iron plate? Is the question. Like, what kind of limit do I want to put on these things before farming off to a second smelting site? What is the goal? I want to do some megabasing with Factorio 2. But also I want to do a kind of a mixture of railbus. So I'd have to load up the save again. There's a particular train layout that I want to do. One that I've done in the past is called a railbus. It's sort of similar to that. But basically, there's going to be a common main line for the base. There are all the different production sites of the base, production facilities of the base. And they're going to be divided up into groups, these things. And then beneath each of the sites are going to be rail yards. So it's going to be a big line, fairly sizable rail line with trains sitting in sidings. And they're going to be sent up into these sites and back out again into the next site and so on and so forth. Which could get interesting. Could get also really annoying. Remains to be seen. I think the best way is to show it with picture. And so this is my reference. It won't be exactly the same, but it'll conceptually, like, I won't use the exact same track layout, but it's conceptually a similar thing. Well, actually, the track you see is basically what you're going to see. It's just that it'll be a different track layout. That makes no sense. I'll stop talking now. I think. So basically, it'll look something like this, but not exactly like this. So here's the big line here. The intersections, this intersection goes into each site. This is the smelter for this particular base. Like this is an iron smelter. This is actually quite clever. It's using one lane to both load and unload to minimize the number of active inserters at any one time. It's crazy. Yeah, this can do, what is this, 4K as of a few months ago now. I think it was actually last year. 4K signs a minute, 60 UPS, which is kind of impressive. Here's the time usage actually. 10. It's ridiculous. I mean, that's a side issue. I'm mainly interested in this. I want to do something like this. And I like the idea of storing the trains for the different components along the way. The general idea is to avoid doing the classic trains town type build that everyone does. So, you know, you end up inevitably set up some kind of city grid, and then inside each grid is each production component. That's conventional. I want to do something unconventional. And so I got something like this going on. I want to do something like this. You removed a beacon with efficiency modules. But yeah, so there's like 3 sites. This one, in the case of this one, it does smelting. I don't think I can do all of it in one. I might need to split smelting into 2. Let's see though. Oil on this thing. There's oil even. Like even oil on this base is bizarre by normal standards. Yeah, that's just circuit production. Down below. Oh no, there it is. The bottom is just this top side copied and then pasted and rotated 180 degrees down here before we say it's down here. Like the base is the same thing duplicated twice. Yeah, quite interesting. Like I've seen single oil train bases done before. I've always been hesitant to do these because they tend to gum up quite badly at times. But this is proven reliable. Need to give it a go. So yeah, that's generally what I'm aiming towards. For the, I'm sure if someone's watching the VODs back to back, it's probably like the 50,000th time that you've seen it. But as I say, a picture is 1,000 words. Or in my case, it's 1,000,000 words because I say the wrong thing. So, moving along. Basically, I need 8 iron smelters, 4 of them, 16 of them, 1 of them. Grid builds are not conventional, they are unnatural and deadly dull. Organic train growth, which is also a lot of I'd like to see a lot of bottlenecks. I say conventional because it's the go-to for most people. I don't want to single anyone out, but I do know a few people that target the grid type build specifically. Actually, I will single one out. I'll give you a hint. Tragedy! If you can hear it. Assuming you can hear it. It's one of a few. But yeah, the I call it it could be the it's not necessarily the grid build, but it's sort it actually sort of is. It's what I call the train towns because you eliminate most of the need, most of the existence of the bottleneck. It just becomes a copy paste situation. And yeah, as you say, it's just dull, and that's why I don't want to do it. That's why I'm doing it this way. Because even the last one that I did, it degenerated into train towns, and I didn't like it. Just got bored of it. Also, the trains were too short, and I couldn't be bothered fixing it. Now I needed to remind myself I'm an idiot. Of the steel required, and the rare metals required, and the glass that's required. Did I say silicon? I think it was 4. Yes, I need to rerun them to remind me. Ah, I was in map view. I was like, am I in map view? I'm also at the wrong site. Iron, steel. I should have made someone write these down. Oh dear, that's part of this blueprint as well. I mean, it's not a perfect approximation. I will need to speed boost it. It's not getting enough iron. Not getting enough iron in his diet. And what are you now? Go to 26? Presumably it does go to 26. Now that I think about it, yeah. Oh, what do you know? 25. Whoever would have guessed it. So, steel. Scroll. Was 62,000, so. 3 steel. 50, 75, yeah, 3 steel. Plate. 3x steel. What's that total? 16. 24. 4 and 8. 32. Hmm. 5. Something's missing. Silicon, that's it. Oh, and rare metals. Hang on. 4, 5. Oh, I'm missing 3. I was like, hang on, there's a mismatch there. Yeah, it's missing rare metals. I suppose if I was smart, if I was smart, I'd actually add it to the to this thing. Yeah, like that. That would be intelligent. But you don't come here for it for intelligence, do you? Oh, what the hell there? How was all that? Delta. And we want a plate of copper. Done. Steel smelter. I stuffed that up as well. Well, actually, I didn't fix it. Just completely ignored it. I said I was going to do this separately. Actually, 25. In theory, it should be 26 as well. Something past merger should have been, and future merger can be trusted to be, which means current merger doesn't need to be. Yes, you know me. Also, that. Where is it? There it is. Let's go on to sleep, you stupid thing. And burp, burp, burp. I think it's actually resetting every time I do that, come to think of it. Is it actually auto-focusing? Yeah, it is. Eh, you need to pay $5 to see the rest. There you go, you can use the evil emotes for that one now. You have the best koala emotes on Twitch, you might as well use them. Okay, steel was 3. Okay, metals. Completely derailed myself there. Hey. Oh, I double tapped it. Damn it. And now it's gone. What the hell am I after? Those things. I have a feeling this will be 25k as well. Just putting it out there. 26k? Oh, there's a shocker. How are you only... I don't know. I should fix that too. To promise Wes, you put a cat on a cam, he'll pay for the cam and maybe also for kitten and food supply for a year. I mean, I could use the, I mean, the trains don't really need fuel, but subsidizing the cost of them wouldn't be a bad idea, seeing as though they are kind of expensive. It's only like, what's that? Like that red wagon is like, $60 or something? $40? Thankfully, I didn't pay that much. I didn't pay retail price. But, yeah, they're quite expensive. What was I doing? I don't know. I'm baffing at this point. There it is. The answer was 26k. Got 1 unit of good news today. Figured out that the furniture in Norway has 5-year warranty set by the government, so I was able to call the web shop and I bought a chair and lodge a complaint that the seat locking mechanism breaking, so now just to wait for a reply and get a replacement flat or a chair. Ooh. It's nice. Nice of them. If they do go through with it, I mean, they may still refuse it. They may throw in some kind of loophole. This is often the case with, like well, I was going to say the EU, but then I paused because I'm pretty sure that Norway isn't part of the EU. But there's always these things about, yeah, you can get all this from EU protections, but the thing's got more. Those things tend to have more loopholes than a colander. So there's a chance that you end up out of luck. All Coke has that. I don't know why I didn't click and drag. Never had any issues launching collecting items from that shop? Oh, okay, you've done it before, so that's always a good sign. Even got a new backpack without sending in the old one, because the zipper broke. I mean, a zipper breaking is a pretty fundamental issue. It's interesting, this one's only 25. Oh, because it's missing a beacon. Of course. It's losing 1k a minute because of that beacon. No. You ever wondering if it does affect it? Yes, it does. Yeah, rare metals are... Oh, did I... No, I didn't. I like how I'm just stalling on, getting the thing done. Now, I need to get the number back. I really should have written these down. I knew I was going to forget, and I still didn't write it down. 62, so 3. Metals. 3x rare metals. Serious discussions to make warranties longer, which is thought to cause manufacturers use more durable components and less gets thrown away. Sort of held this theory that a lot of the push in the 2000s was to surreptitiously push in the direction of making things less reliable. Very likely, given this is 16-second craft time, that it will also produce 26 a minute. But I already know that Coke is 1, 2... What am I missing? Oh, glass and silicon. Glass. 16 seconds is probably 26. Silicon. 16 seconds, probably 26. 25 or 26. Glass. I think glass might have actually been faster. New motherboard from... That is a very diverse shop that you go to there. It's like some kind of Amazon. Oh no. Oh yeah, because the output was bigger. Electronics PC game. Oh, okay. Planned obsolescence. 40. So 2 glass. Dishwasher to gaming chairs. As I said, I think it's a very, what's the word? Not obtuse. Eclectic? Eccentric? Just a grab bag of stuff. Like gaming chairs. Oh, I suppose gaming chairs and white goods isn't that unheard of now. It's hard to believe, but Officeworks here, which is an office supply store. Funny enough, it has office in the name. Does gaming chairs. They're awful things. 7. Oh, glass. Oh, glass. The other one. Yes, the other one. And then silicon. 8 into 9. And you're also... Yeah, so silicon... I wanted to say it was effectively... I think it's 2, is what I'm trying to say. It's like 40k a minute or something. It's like just shy of 53. Yeah, 45. I suppose if I'd have looked in the 1 hour graph, I probably would have spotted it. The Coke's 30k, rare metals 26. 28k. 44k. Washing machine bought in the 80s lasted long, but it was also expensive. Some of the parts could break after 15 years. Yeah, one of the worst inventions for washing machines was the electronic timer.
Hello there.
Hello there. Um, because the mechanical timer wore out. The other invention that is said to have ruined the washing machine industry is the synchronous motor. There's a, I don't know if you have the brand. There was a brand called Fisher and Paykel here. They had a series in the late 80s, early 90s that used brushless drum motors, and the control system and the motors outlived the rest of the machine. In the early 2000s, I remember that those motors were popular for salvaging to use in projects like um, homemade wind turbines and all kinds of things because they were really good motors. Like probably at least by the standards of the day, they were probably some of the most fanciest motors you could get. It's actually kind of ironic because I've seen people who have those washing machines and they say, "Oh yeah, it's great, it lasts forever," and like it's a top loader, and and you often see like the filter cartridge in the center is either broken or damaged. You know, it's got giant holes into it, giant holes in it. Um, you made an air compressor with one. Nice. Yeah, those motors are crazy. Yeah, I remember one where they had like the filter was broken, and others had like bits of plastic broken out of the filter because the plastic had just gone bad from being exposed to washing detergent for so long. So like it still worked, but it's worked in air quotes, like because the filter was either missing or broken. The fluff would recirculate back through, and just ruin the clean clothes. Others had just so much grime built up inside it, in the pipes. Yeah, once a washing machine gets like 20 years old, there's so much accumulated muck. Um, I've had to clean out washing machines on more. It's like, oh, the washing machine isn't draining anymore. And yeah, there's like 10 years worth of accumulated fluff in the back of the pipes, in the drain pump, the drain pump filters and everything, and there's just scale on the inside and slime and everything that's just been festering and growing over the decades. The conclusion to that rambling is that yeah, after 10 years, like just naturally wears out anyway. Plastics wear out, bearings wear out. I mean, yes, I do accept that they are built a lot cheaper and definitely don't last. But a lot of them, the sum of like the sum of the components, individual components outlive the sum of all the components. Is what I'm trying to say. As a poor student, when your CNT broke, it was on the edge of the LCD. I paid a quarter of the price for a new LCD for repair, but the screen had failed within a year, so I scrapped it and had to earn more money and bought some new LCD. I had a CRT that started failing once, and I found that if I punched the screen hard enough, it came good again. Because quite often, it was a common fault for the neck board to walk itself off the tube, the back of the tube, the plug that's on the back of the tube. The CRT has like a standard tube plug on the back, it's like a 9 or 10 something pin plug, and either those contacts would get corroded, or the board itself would walk off and start making poor contact. In this case, one of the colors, I think it was actually a wire, had started failing from the temperature, and yeah, as you say, high temperature sometimes desoldering too is a thing. I do remember one where it lost vertical deflection. And again, punching the TV brought it back. That's the one thing, great thing about CRTs is that punching them generally fixed them, or beating the top of them with your fist. It's a thing that actually happened, a thing that actually worked. Oh, I'm gonna have to try that on younger ones at the one of the coffee shops I go to, Because they're actually young enough that they didn't really live in the time of CRT. Dinner coming back up. CRTs, so they're not really familiar with those sorts of things. It'd still be more environmentally friendly to replace the gunked up parts. That is true, yes. It does get. I found that it gets to a point with most appliances that once everything starts, like it gets to the point where so many things start wearing out that it becomes unviable. Yeah, mechanical failure. It's either, as I say, as you say, it's either. I used to repair CRTs. I sort of got into it, but I saw that I was getting into appliance repair, but I saw that it was sort of trending away from it, so I didn't get into it in the end. Sort of moved away from it. But yeah, it was either poor connection on the tube neckboard or failing solder joints. Okay, so 16, 24. My brain stopped working. Uh-oh. 24, 28, 29, 32. Oh boy, that was a struggle. And 32, 35, 37. Mmm. Mismatched number. Do this. Okay. Well, I could have iron like that. I'm happy for it to just be like that. I realize I think I just completely obliterated everything that came beforehand. Let me just obliterate the whole lot and completely undo everything that I've done in the last half hour. Okay, we're up to our first batch of just 5 more minutes as well. Just a warning. That's smelting iron. And then deja vu, 1, 2, bop. And 1, 2, 3, bop. 3, bop. 2, 3, bop. 1, 2, 3, mark. It's like that the beep test that you do in school sports. You know, the thing where you have to run every time it meeps. 2, 1, 2, 3, meep. Up to, I lost count. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need one more. And 2, 3, meep. Okay. So that's basically the iron smelting I need. Oh. Oh yeah, I sort of trailed off. There was a theory that I've seen that the lead free push was partly a way of saying of making things fail more often under the guise of being environmentally friendly. It's a bit conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat though. I think there's enough plausible deniability there. But the idea is that that was why they pushed it through despite it nowhere near being ready for something for the real world. But as I say, I preface that by saying it is very tinfoil hat. Okay, love how they just cross over like that. Amazing, isn't it? And we have 8 stuff. What I would like is copper to be on the other side. How can I flip this without actually flipping it? Rotate, and then what I want to do is that. It won't let me because there's rail signals. Ah, there. Stations need to be removed as well. Train stops. Gee. Oh, you jerk. How about now? There we go. Now. You... Ow. Hour. Ah, signal in there. I was like, what the hell's going on with this thing? There's a signal flashed in. Okay. Let me play this game again. 2, 3. Hop. Now, duplicate. Much quicker. 2, 4, 5. Something, something, something. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. Theory, this should actually reach as well. No, does not. How about now? Now it... No, it doesn't. Mind? Why do you reach? No one doesn't. Facing right? Yes? Confused. That reached, but this one didn't. Or is it just one of those off by one situations? Oh, that's right, it was connecting to steel. Oh. That's what does the thingy. So what did I say this one? I've completely forgotten. I handed this up so I can divide it, see if I can divide it into two. What was it? 35. That's 24. So I could divide it up into 12 and 12. And that's hopefully not too many trains. It's going to be busy though. I might split into thirds. 35. That does not divide into 3 very well. Well, actually it divides into 12 quite nicely. 8. Maybe I want to mix it with Coke, put Coke there. Said that was 7. This one was 7. But there's actually already 8 here. And there's one more of these, which means I got the number wrong. I do gotta make it consistent. I think, yeah, we're on the second batch of just 5 more minutes. Well, the hope and the dream was that I would get this going today, but apparently I'm not building I'm not going to have time to build the final smelter today. Oh, bosh. Like your own old phones as well? Oh, that's right. I mentioned I found my PSP battery recently. Swollen to the point where it was almost bursting. Yeah, 9. Crosswalk. I know, it's so annoying. That sort of fixes it. Gonna hey, there we go. Oh, you jerk. There we go. Are you not satisfied by me untwisting it? Or untangling the wires? Gee, thank you. Alright, I'll do the other side as well. It was actually annoying me as well. Just low key. Here we go. This will be the thing we can end on. We can end on a little bit of satisfaction of untwisting the wires. Why do you twist back? That's just mean, that is. Um, so if I cap that at 8, then I have another 8 copper smelters, and then opposite is 2 glass, 3 rare metals. 2 glass, 3 rare metals. Oh, that's already... yeah. Thrown away a Galaxy S3. I think I still have mine. Or mine technically wasn't an S. Mine technically by name wasn't an S3. But there was this because when the S3 came out here, it didn't do the same, or the original version of the S3, I should say. It didn't do the 4G band here. It did the US one, the 750 megahertz, not the 2.2 and 1.8, which were the 4G bands here. And so, as a stopgap, there was this thing which was basically an S3, but it wasn't an S3. It was called an yeah, S2 4G. But yeah, instead of a dual core, it was a quad core. It had the RAM of a quad core like an S3, the RAM of an S3, the storage of an S3. But yeah, it was called an S2 4G. Anyway, um, 16. Yeah, 8 and 16. Wow, my brain can't work anymore. So I've got the iron. For that, them. And actually put the coke above the iron as well. Or below the iron. Keep the copper at 9. So they need 7. What was that? 18 and 36. Then it's only 2 kajigas. Don't need fridge to have internets. It's really not taken off. Considering how old the original LG fridge is, that was like 2004 or something. That TV with the plasma screen or LCD screen in it, and it just never took off. It always reminds me of the internet connected. There's always been. It's almost older than time itself because I can remember stuff going back to the early 90s where they were talking about smart fridges that would have some kind of camera mechanism inside it that would see when you were low on something. And this is a very 80s mentality thinking, what I'm recalling. Where you would have a camera inside the fridge that would look at the stock level of things and automatically order more things as it became low. Yeah, order milk and things. That's right. I remember it would look at and order milk. This was like really early 90s stuff. I remember this being. And yeah, that was a thing that happened. Not. Now it's the metaverse. Um yeah, so do I want to do 2? The thing that concerns me is steel and well, not just steel, but immersium, immersite, whatever you want to call it. Because it needs 2 trains, whereas like this can get away as it is, as is, but not so much these. Wish to have all those cool things like a fridge with screen. And interesting. Still waiting for hoverboards. I know. We were promised hoverboards and we were given crappy fridges instead. Steel smelter, so 4 of these. Was it? 3 of these. I actually managed to line those up. How about that? I cancelled that. Damn it. One, two, three. Bop, bop. Clear this out. I think we're on our 3rd set of just 5 more minutes. We just finished our 3rd set of just 5 more minutes. 3 lots of rare metals. Another 3 is 6, and that makes it 12. So yeah, that does round it out to 3 sets of smelters nicely. You wanted to say that? They're one of those Japanese toilets. Apparently they're actually kind of a oddity. Yeah, there's the one that needed correcting as well. Thingy's closer. And then rare metals above that makes 6. 2 glass smelter. Or just fill out the rest with copper. Maybe just fill it out with copper. Hello! What we doing? We're actually about to end. But, hello. I sort of want to lay these down at least first. One, two, three. Uh, 12, 5, 5, 10, 15. 5. Brr. I will pop that there for the moment. Maybe I will put it the other side, just to even the load for these. I might need to do some thinking. Think. Roop. 1, 2, 3, bop. And then 1, 2, 3, bop. And then oh, and then 1, 2, 3. No more and then. So 6 of them. Yep, that'll balance out the input, I think, for those nicely. Could chuck Immersium on the other side. I think that'd be the way to go. Probably wouldn't hurt to link them together as well. Oh, the wires are done the dumb. Nice, is it? I'd at least like to have some progress before. That's why I keep going. That's why I'm still going, is I'd like to have something that is at least progressing towards finishing this smelter. You never make any progress in this game. Spend hours just faffing, never doing anything, and it never ends. Squirrel projects, as Rain calls them. Oh, yes. I does not connect that. I did not connect that. God, those, that game. Factorio. You're not wrong. That's great, actually. Because the Stream Deck went to sleep. Press that. Technically, that's, well, it's a mixed train, but it's technically an oil train. Does that mean I should be working on, oil? Or does it mean Mr. Krause should be working on oil? Someone get his number. Need him to work on oil. So 369. Cool. These are all plugged in. Are any of the wires tangled? Looks like it's all good. Yay. Yay. Okie day. Effort to IRL work you did put in Factorio, you'd be retired already. Okay, I think it's time to end. It's 20 minutes over. We'll finish this off tomorrow. I might even, in between now and next time, I might even pre-plan it just so I can start doing the rails. It can be done Factorio style, automating it, more fastering it. Yeah, we're going to leave it there. We'll continue on tomorrow.